remember the first blues song I heard on the radio, saying to my brother, what is that? I sort of knew it was like I'd always known it was there, and I heard this thing and the hairs on the back of my neck went up.
We came up with the idea of doing this road trip to New Orleans, which is basically where all that music that he loves comes from. He wanted to buy an old car, so he bought this old Galaxy, and we found one in Fredericksburg in Texas, and then drove it from there to New Orleans, and sort of stopping on way, having little musical incidents. And meanwhile, the recording of the album got underway, and he started doing those.
Hot tamales and they're red hot, yeah, she got them for sale. Hot tamales and they're red hot, yeah, she got them for sale. I got a girl, she's long and tall, sleeps in the kitchen with the waits in the hall. Hot tamales and they're red hot, yeah, she got them for sale. Yeah, she got them for sale. Yeah, she got them for sale.
The aim was to really get a sense of what that music is, and throughout sort of Texas, Louisiana, it's a real hodgepodge of, there's obviously the blues, but there's also jazz, there's a Spanish and French influence, which is in the horns. So it was to get a sort of taste of that, and actually escape from being in a studio, I think, for him, because he's in a studio sort of 9 months of the year. So it was to just go and sort of really sense and savour the musical life of the area. He's very perfectionist, both in his music and how he wants, he's a director as well, so he would always come up with good ideas, and he's also very funny and he improvises, which is great.
1959 was also the year that this song was recorded by this artist. And he is the reason we're here. No, there actually isn't a tape machine, so.
What surprised me is how absolutely in control of it is, of the music he was. And I did a thing last year with Sting where he was doing, it was sort of winter songs. It was a mixture of old traditional songs and carols. And Sting's, who's had 30 odd years doing it, totally in control of all the musicians. And when I saw Hugh working with them all, there was the same sort of authority that he could bring to it. Incredible respect, because they are fantastic session guys, but he also has his own particular take on it and how it should work, and he's not afraid to say that. There's music everywhere in New Orleans. On every street corner in the French Quarter there are bands playing, and actually the musicianship is fantastically high, but some of it's a little bit sort of cliched, not that original. But then you go another 5 blocks away from the main tourist drag, and you'll have all sorts of really interesting bands playing, and they'll be drawing on some of the New Orleans sound, but also doing bits of rap and their own stuff. So there is a sort of community of musicians there, and I think it's a very varied music scene.